So, gonna start this series by fielding a question from chat, actually. It's Armani. Oh, Armani. What is the Olimoleague? The Olimoleague is a weekly cup made for Koreans. And what's really fucking cool about it is it's funded by foreigners. And not just like foreign investors, but straight up you guys, the audience who love watching this. For over a year now, we've been able to collect donations and create this really awesome tournament. Olimoleague, actually I say we, but it's Olimoleague who's been running this. If you haven't given her thanks, make sure to do so, because every Saturday, or sometimes we have to move it because of conflicts, but every week without fail, we've had this really awesome Korean tournament, which is available to amateurs, pros alike, and we get to see some cool stuff on the Korean side of things. And let's be honest, guys, Korea has a big problem right now where it doesn't have a lot of stuff outside the big leagues. So this is a necessary tournament. Even if it's not the most prestigious, it's still very necessary. And again, it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So make sure to hit up patreon.com/Olimoleague if you want to find out more. You can get cool things like replay packs, some art, spoilers, and all this other good stuff. But he's kicking it off with that early pull. We got to watch it while I was talking. In the bottom left, he's already got links out. It's Armani.
Mm-hmm. In the top right, as the blue Zerg, he is sleep. It's sleep.
So he's gonna do the same tactics as he did versus Departure here, where he's gonna sneak off 4 to the side and make banelings. I mean, it's a common move, but it's hard to scout, and unfortunately Sleep is not, until he gets the Overlord over here, going to see that this is happening, much less know that's banelings.
Yeah, I mean, this is really tricky about Dusk Towers. It's not exactly a huge map. I think it's okay for early pools as far as the distance to get to the opposing base, but that it certainly is something to be considered. I think it's more it's like the first game of the day. You're really being explosive against Sleep, who might not be expecting something like this. But Sleep, I mean, it's not like he went super greedy. You know, I remember Departure went like 3 hatch before pool on this map. But he doesn't know about it yet. This is the first time he's going to see those lings.
I feel like a big part of this, too, would have been watching that previous series. Keep an eye on what he was doing versus Departure, and this would have been a lot more obvious. Now, it's not like he's totally unprepared for it. Spanley Nest is on the way, but he is going to take the lesser engagement. Nice link control. It's a small detail, but Armani keeps his links alive. He needs every single one of them. Bantley's heading towards the main. There's that Sim City getting started up here. We've talked about this a little bit in the past. Spinecaller of the Queen are actually really nicely nestled in. However, it also makes him a big target for Banelings.
I
always for the natural.
Yeah, I like seeing SimCity, but right, you can just go to the natural and not really bother here. Because, I mean, killing the hatchery.
Oh, God, everything's stacked up. They've got to run.
Oh,
they got to be careful. Here comes the Banelings.
Oh, no. The Lings, too, though. Like, they don't need to be there either. He's actually
gets cuffed. That's it. GG.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That was... The 2 Banelings coming from the ramp were unexpected. Sleep is doing a pretty good job stacking and running, but he's going to try and play this game out with 4 drones, and I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. Excuse me, 3 drones. 2 drones. Good game. Armani takes the first game in this best of 5.
That was... I have seen better holds with 3 after 4 pool. Like, that was just... I
feel the setup for that, the start wasn't bad. Like, he had the Sim City. He knew he was going to need the spine crawlers, but Jesus, those... Oh, the drone pull, I can't even... Like... I can't. But again, reminding you guys on the prize pool for this, if Sleep loses this, he walks away with no money. If Armani loses this, he walks away with $250. So... This could go poorly, it could go well. It all depends on the players and who wins this, but that's a good start for Armani, I'll tell you that much. No doubt about it.
He goes to loser's pick, so there is a bit of an advantage. But it's a mirror matchup, so hey, really that much of an advantage.
Yeah, it is worth noting though, and I really want to stress this. It is absolutely possible for Armani to walk away today with all $900. That's where King of the Hill becomes really interesting and rewards a player who's quite good at StarCraft 2, opposed to somebody who can just like win a series here and there. Because we've all seen our fair share of like normal tournament formats where somebody kind of gets to the finals and it's a very one-sided finals because the other guy like cheesed his way through or something silly like that, right? Whereas for this one, this actually really, really rewards good play. And if you could win all your best of 5s, you walk away with so much cash.
I don't know. On one hand, yes. On the other hand, it doesn't. Like, you know,
it's high risk, high reward.
Yeah, because the guy who loses and is waiting in the 3rd round is like, damn it.
It sucks again that it's
One
ZvZ,
specifier.
because I feel like we'd see a lot more dynamic to that prize pool aspect of it if it wasn't just mirror matchups. And I'm not even saying guys bring Terran or Protoss. Like, there's no bias, just not a mirror matchup.
Yeah.
But gold base, prey on terraces, let's make it happen. Well, he's going to make it happen again as he stopped drone production pretty damn early for that pool. Ladies and gentlemen, in the bottom right side, he likes numbers like 11 and 12 and nothing higher than 13. It is the orange Zerg Armani.
In the top left, as the blue Zerg, it is Sleep.
Now, Sleep may be thinking he can get away with a little bit more. It's a gold base map, and he is going to hatchery first. This doesn't have to mean that it's the end of the world, but it is not a great opener for what's coming. And Armani,
No.
I just feel like Armani should have a very distinct edge going into this.
Well, you know, the first problem is the one that almost happened to Departure in Bringing Back series, where he went for 3 hatch for 4 pool after Armani had early pooled him once before, and we were like, wow, gasp, like, why would you do that? Because, there are, you know, when players are in a cheesy mood, they can certainly do a cheese twice in a row. You know, I said that was probably because it was ruins, and maybe it was a different map. He would have gone for the same build twice in a row, and this is what he's doing here. It's a smaller map. It makes more sense, and I mean, even if Sleep gets the sights on it, which he doesn't, of course, Armani once again trying to dodge the Overlords, he's gonna have a tough time just from the build that he chose. It also could be that Armani was just, you know, it's like, oh, it's ZvZ all day? Okay, let's get this over with. Who knows?
Well, what's funny is this used to be something that happened so goddamn commonly. Overlords actually didn't go straight across the map. They started going to the paths to the side specifically to look for this, but I guess Sleep hasn't had to deal with it in so long. And surprise, surprise, no banelings necessary. Gold mineral drones in danger.
Right. Armani could have tried to hide until the banelings were ready, but by then Sleep's Overlord would have seen the hatchery and would have had like a little, like tiniest bit more advanced notice. But Armani might have had banelings, so it's like a give and take here. Getting on top of this hatchery early, he almost got on top of the drones too. That would have been really nice. Obviously, still down by 6 means that Sleep has some wiggle room in terms of trying to save his hatchery, which is exactly what he's doing here. Well, it did not work out.
Yeah, as you say, that actually went really poorly. Almost no lings lost. 1 Zergling lost for 6 and a drone. Like Armani wasn't even doing fancy ling micro. That was just like better concave, better surround, better damage.
Yeah, if he wins this game, again with a pool, I think the 3rd game, if he doesn't early pool again, it's just he thinks that Sleep has a severe weakness, which he might.
I actually would love game 3. I don't think he early pulls. I'm going to say it right now. I don't care what the map is. I don't think he early pulls in game 3.
Well, hopefully Sleep doesn't choose, like, Arena game 3, but we'll see. Like, he still has a chance here. He's trying to wall off. He's got his own banelings now, but I think his hatchery is almost is pretty doomed. Armani could, at the very least, like, go for that, but...
I love watching these banelings with the glow. It's like watching the, when you're watching the Death Star explode, they shoot the 2 torpedoes into the little launch thing.
Yeah, that's game.
GG. All right, Armani taking a very quick 2-0 lead as we get into game number 3. We're going to take this time to squeeze in a small commercial break because, goddamn, these are going fast. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, folks, we're back, and I was wrong. Well, not wrong. We got Arena. Sorry, we talked about this, but it's actually not going to be an early pool. So, right, still nonetheless, question mark. This is a non-map pick, though, out of his opponent, as he does currently lead 2-0 here in the series. It's going to be the not early pooling, but pool firsting, Orange Zerg Armani.
In the top left, as the blue Zerg, it is Sleep.
So, first off, fucking nailed it.
You did. So, what I thought was so funny, though, is that, like, we talked about it, like, Sleep had to become the darkness to, like, get over the darkness or whatever. Basically, I thought he was either going to be very defensive on Arena as opposed to getting caught off guard like he was last 2 games, or he was going to go for his own early pool, and he did neither. He went for, like, again, a kind of greedy build, and if Armani had gone for a cheese, it might have worked.
Yeah, so we actually, one of the things we discussed, sorry, this was during the ad break, guys, Sleep picking this map could have said to us, like, okay, he maybe wants to play a little bit cheesy, whatever the case may be. But this also, weirdly enough, may have been a little bit of mind game-y tactics. Like, okay, Arena's not the best map to play a macro game on because of the way openings tend to go. But if your opponent thinks you're going to cheese and they play overly defensive, then you yourself set up for a nice macro game. I'm not saying Sleep is that crazy or devious, but that may have been his one, like, Hail Mary because he's so sick of Armani early pulling him on every other map. I mean, just to explain the success of Armani too, to take a word from our foreign friend Aces, well, no longer Aces, excuse me, Bly, he always talks like you just 14-14 every map, doesn't matter where it is, when it is, because you can make that work if you're good enough, right? I think for Armani, some of that same logic applies.
So I was gonna talk about it, but then it just straight up happen. So the dynamic of roaches versus lings on this map is something that we saw a little bit last ZvZ because Armani defended an early pool with roaches, and I talked about how this can happen without an early pool, and this is that game. So one person goes for roaches, the other person goes for speed and banelings. Unfortunately, the banelings aren't really going to be used that effectively because roaches do come out very, very quickly when you do this for Armani. But the speedlings can still be effective. I think if you know this is what they're doing, you do not want to get the baneling nest, but Sleep doesn't know for sure yet. But the speedlings, they can get in places, they can try and run past to the main base, they can buy a lot more time, because that's the biggest problem on this map is you don't have a lot of time. Whatever you're doing, whoever's being more aggressive with the better units is going to get to your base really quickly. And the most you can hope for is either outnumbering them straight up with enough lings or stopping them from getting to your base by counterattacking.
Well, those banelings are going to come in, but very, very sad to meet roaches already good to go. I mean, this is not good for Sleep. Not in any way. I mean, you mentioned it before, like the map is just more conducive with the chokes and everything, but it's right now it's about the fact that roaches have range, and as we see, they can just snipe off the banelings. It's
not something that is on, precedented though. So it's always a bit of a surprise when I see Zergs go for speed on this map, and I wonder how they make it work. And we're going to see Sleep try and make it work. The roaches, however, are in an okay position. They're trying to hide away from the lings, but are bulking up for the banelings, so a double-edged sword, but more roaches are on the way, and all the banelings are depleted. The queen's still blocking that ramp. No, they're going to try and help.
Yeah, I see the ramp block not nearly that necessary as before. They can still snipe off any lings or banelings that try to run by, and this holds pretty well. It's worth noting neither player really has a great drone count coming out of this, but Sleep's one decides to start droning. However, Armani just made another round of roaches, and as he goes for the counterattack, Sleep is going to wish he didn't make drones, but instead made more units.
Yeah. I mean, yay, great, you're up 8 drones, but you don't have a real response to this. Even if he had as many lings as he just made with those drones, there's still severe tech disadvantage.
He just used all his larvae, so...
Yeah. This should be going in favor over Armani, but lings, like I said, they can buy some time. Hopefully that Spinecrawler will help out too. Armani will have that tech advantage for some time, so even if he starts to drone, I think he'd feel comfortable, but I also think he sees a kill move here.
The Spinecrawler, despite the transfuses, is still going to go down here pretty damn quick.
Yeah, that's going to be game and series, damn.
Yeah, that locks it down to be like a 15-minute best of 5. But it's worth noting, more importantly, that Armani gets another $250 through this. So he's going to walk into this best of 5 finals versus Soulkey with $500 already in his pocket.
It's nice. He's nice.
Well, congratulations to Armani. Thank you to Jugga1 for the 4-month resub as well.